Hi guys, just wanted to jump on here really quick just to do a quick video. I am actually outside on my balcony right now because my husband is watching the game, so you know how they are when they watch their game and they're screaming everywhere. So but just wanted to get on here and drop a couple more golden nuggets for you guys, just because I've done a couple one-on-ones and this was a common question. But I want to talk about the importance of making sure that you're introducing yourself to your new friends that are on your friends list. Now, I feel like this could be something that I know when I first started that I overlooked as I was getting started and trying to learn how to organize my business. I didn't realize how important it was. But honestly, it's probably one of the most important things that you can do when it comes to running a successful business. Now, the reason why is because when we think about us running a successful business, one of the biggest things that, we hope for is for people to come to us, because it can be really frustrating sometimes when we feel like we've been talking to a lot of people but just not quite getting where we want to be, and we're not having anybody reach out to us in the way that we hope for, which comes back to the whole point of us posting. We make posts because we want people to see them, we want people to comment on them, and we want the people that need them to come to us for what they're suffering with so that we can help them. Because obviously when you have a fairly big friends list, or just in general you've talked to a lot of people, we can't really pinpoint all their needs. So maybe we were talking with them about one thing but they needed something else, but it was completely different than what you thought, or whatever the case may be. So one of the number one things that you want to do is make sure that you're establishing value. So when you introduce yourself to new friends that have accepted your friend's requests, you're providing value to them because you're taking the time out of your day to not just be that random person behind the computer that just sent them a random friend request that they don't know or whatever, but you actually took the time to talk to them and get to know them and introduce yourself. So you got their attention, first off. The second thing that I want to say to you is that after you've had a connection, and when you have a connection with them, that does not mean that you're just blurting out your products. It doesn't mean that you're just blurting out your business or whatever it is. It's just basic human interaction. Hey, my name is Selena. I see that you're from Colorado or wherever it is. Like, I actually grew up there. Where are you from? Have you been there your whole life, or whatever it is? Have a little conversation. It was great talking to you. Well, I would love for us to stay connected, and have a great rest of your day, whatever it is. Have a quick conversation, whatever. But write them down on a list. And this is something that even now I personally need to be better at, is writing everyone's name down on a list. Because when you go on social media, you want to make sure that when you're liking and commenting, every single like and comment that you're doing is intentional. So even though you've had that connection, if you're not regularly liking and commenting on that person's Facebook, one, when you're making your posts, they're not seeing anything that you're posting. Two, that value is not continuing to be added to them, because you kind of just talk to them and then didn't say anything for a while, and then if you jump back in trying to be like, hey, and try to talk about whatever, whether it's a product, or you're wanting to invite them to an overview, or you're wanting to invite them to a group, they'll be like, you just talked to me for kind of a minute, and then whatever, they're not going to see any value in you, which is why a lot of the times you get left on red. But if it's someone that's like, wow, I had this great conversation with her, she's been liking and commenting on my posts. I see that she's been noticing me. When you're noticing someone, they're going to notice you too, because they're going to not only appreciate that you're noticing them, but they're also going to be curious more as to who you are and what you do, which helps you when it comes to curiosity posts and things like that, because when you're having those posts, when people see them, they're more likely to reach out to you because they see the value in you and they value your opinion because you've valued their opinion and their time or whatever it is. So that's something that's huge that I definitely would not want you to overlook, and that's something that I've worked on not overlooking, which is where I've seen my business start moving, and I've had a lot of people that have reached out to me without me even having to reach out to them, because they're noticing what I'm doing and they're paying attention. Because when you think about social media, the whole point of social media is for you to be social. So people get on there and they post pictures, they post selfies, they post funny stuff because they want people to notice them. They want people to like their stuff. They want people to say that they're beautiful or whatever it is. People want to be noticed. So make sure that you're noticing them, because when you're noticing them, they're going to notice you. But yeah, so I just wanted to get on here and say that really quick to you. And then the other thing is too, especially if you're feeling like you're feeling a little bit scattered in your business and you feel like you're just kind of throwing a spaghetti noodle at a wall, nothing is sticking, that's also a huge piece of what needs to be in play with your day-to-day activities. Because if you're just going on here and just like, okay, well, I'm liking a bunch of people's posts on my Facebook and whatever, you know, if you've never had a conversation with with this individual, and you know, if you see them make a post about something and you talk to them, just like, okay, all right, you know, they're not going to see any value in anything that you tell them. Or just because you liked and commented on their post one time or here and there and a bunch of random people, that does not mean that they're going to notice you, and that does not mean that they're going to click on your stuff and go check out what it is that you have to offer or anything about you just because you like and comment on their post. So that's why it's so important to make sure that you're doing this as part of your daily activities and introducing yourself, making sure they're on a list, making sure that you're going through that list to like and comment, because that means that anytime you make a post, those specific people that you're wanting to have in your business, or you know something that maybe they need, or you want them to start seeing your stuff, those specific people that you've already done all that work with to get to know and to build a relationship with, all those specific people are what's going to constantly be seeing all the posts that you're posting, as opposed to a bunch of scattered whatever and it being just kind of scattered everywhere. So anyways, thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I will be trying to make more trainings and stuff too, but this was just a little bit random and it was kind of just in my mind, so I decided to just jump on here. But as always, you guys, if you ever need help or there's anything that I can do for you, always feel free to reach out to me. But I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day and you guys are all doing fabulous.